We're back.
Good morning. How we doing?
There's a famous saying,
Oh, oh,
ask not what your podcast,
uh-huh.
what you could do for your
Oh,
podcast.
so famous. Yeah.
Ask what your podcast could do for you. Okay.
Yeah. I think
And
that is both opposite and wrong, but yeah, carry on. Yeah. That's good.
No, I feel
Strong
like
start.
this is perfect for today because I'm feeling a little low energy or something, and
low
I feel
energy
like
jab.
I feel like the podcast sometimes brings me back, It's like get
That's
on
good.
mic for an hour,
Get
restores
proven
me.
wrong a bunch of times, and then you're ready to go out and take on the day.
Why not?
Why not?
Proves to me there's other people out there with worse takes than I have.
Okay. Why are we low energy? What's going on?
I don't know. Well, here's a crazy thing. I've been on a sleep routine, okay? I was like,
Oh, no.
everybody was sick on vacation, I'm exhausted, all the stuff. I was like, I'm going to actually do the sleep thing, which, you always say you're going to do the sleep thing. You don't do the sleep thing.
Yeah. Always dream big about doing a sleep thing. Never happens, but keep going.
So for the past week, I have gone to bed every night before midnight, and most nights like 11:15, 11 by 11:30 I'm asleep, which is pretty early for me.
Tell me how to feel about this. Is this good? Am I proud of you? Because that's insanely late. Okay, I'm proud of you.
Wow, amazing. You're an early sleep guy.
Oh, dude, I am in bed. I am in bed by 9:00 p.m.
But in bed is different than sleeping. Are you in bed on your laptop working? Are you in bed tucked in?
Yeah, I'm in bed. The laptop is on me, and I'm working. Okay.
Yeah, that's not in bed. I mean, you can do that. That's anywhere. What time do you go to sleep?
It's not much later than 10. I would have to guess.
All right, so still early sleep though.
Still early, yeah.
Okay. No, 11:15 is amazing for me. So, and then I've been sleeping through, but I got the 8 sleep. The 8 sleep's like your numbers are off the charts. It's like you're superhuman.
You're chilling.
Yeah. But I don't know, and it's weird because I don't feel rested. Like, right? Today I feel the least rested I've felt in days.
What's the point of all that then if we're not feeling rested? Come on, what are we supposed to do?
But I will say I do feel highly productive. So it's like one of these subtle things where I feel like I'm actually am more rested. I actually am more productive having been fully rested. But it's like, I don't know if it's like it takes longer to get deeper into where I psychologically feel rested or I just am incapable of feeling that way or whatever. But
so superficially you're tired, but fundamentally you're rested.
I think that might be the case.
Never heard of such a thing.
I know. It's weird. But
it's weird.
But then I'm like, are they just lying to you, right? It's like all the sleep people, right? They're sleep. And then they make it sound like you wake up and you feel 22, right? And you're like ready to go. But maybe that's the wrong marker, right? It's like, hey, if I'm a little more productive, I'm a little more present in things throughout the day, maybe that's what we're looking for.
That's a good thing. I'm still dubious on all the sleep numbers that these companies make up. It's like, oh wow, your flippity flab was at 11 last night, and you're like, oh no, it should be at a 9. But I'm glad you're feeling productive. Sorry, you're not feeling rested. That's not great.
It's a little weird, but yeah, the sleep numbers are totally bogus. But also, like, what's interesting is like, if you just look at the big number, right? It gives you like the big number, your overall whatever, right? Sleep score,
sleep health score, or something.
Whatever it is, one of those things. Like this August, even if I just do like month over the past year, right? I've had this thing like about a year. August is way higher, relatively higher than the other months, and so like even if it's all made up, I feel like it is directionally correct. By making a big change in the sleep habit, I see the directional correctnr.
All right. Even if so I also relative agree that, to itself, it is better.
Yes.
Okay.
Like whether or not it's got my HRRCPTR score 100% right or all these acronym things, right? Who knows? I don't know. Seems weird that it could do that.
Seems weird.
But right. It says it could do it. Whatever. Who cares? The point is, though, it says overall, it's noticed the difference. So there seems like there is a difference. So that's
all right. That's great. We love it when number go up. That's a good thing.
Number go up. I was like, yeah, I could control my sleep in theory. In theory, I could go to bed early. So we will try that. I can't believe you go to bed at 10 o'clock. How do you do that?
Because, man, Ian, at the end of the day, I'm so freaking tired.
Just collapse.
It's just, I don't know. I don't know if I'm physically tired, which is a problem, I think.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, okay, well, you're not going to sleep very well if you're not physically tired. But mentally, I am exhausted.
Ready to check out?
Just completely gassed. Yes.
Yeah.
So
what time do you get up?
6:45.
Okay. Well, it's a good night's sleep.
Yeah, it's a good night's sleep.
Look at this guy.
It would be
All right.
better. I think it would be better if I was like midnight to 6:45 or 11 to 6:45. I just gotta. I gotta get
so you-
more. I gotta
you're
get
trying to
more
stay
out of
up
my
later.
day.
Okay,
Yes.
you're trying to go the other way. All
No,
right.
there's
I
not
can teach you all
enough
about that.
time. There's
That's
not
no
enough
problem.
time. What do I do? Do I just become a
Yes.
degen?
Yeah. Well, first of all, poker would definitely help because
Yeah, I
definitely
figured.
the best poker is after 11 p.m. for sure.
I'm trying to stay up
Yeah.
later to get more done, and then I'm just gonna start playing poker instead, and so it's gonna net out being a negative. But yes,
No,
carry
it's
on.
positive. You need mental rest time from your stresses of your day. Poker
No,
can be
there's
that.
only work. There's no rest. It's just work, 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 work.
Yeah, I don't know. You should probably stick with your rest. You're doing okay. You're being productive. You should probably not push it to 11 or 12. I feel like you should stay with the 10.
Well, I'm gonna
Maybe you should
keep
get up
trying to push
earlier.
it.
Become early
Now
guy.
that is probably the answer.
Yeah.
That is probably the answer. Instead of pushing the tired hours, just grabbing more energy hours and then just letting the tired hours be tired still at the end
Right.
of the day.
Yeah.
Because I imagine if I got up at even 6 or
Right.
5:30, I don't imagine I'm then going to bed at 8 p.m. Like, that's not going to happen.
Probably not. You just have too much to
It's-
do. You're not gonna be able to get away with that. Like,
No.
yeah.
It's still going to be 9:30 or 10. So maybe I'll just steal a few hours at the beginning.
What's your morning responsibility level? Like, can you hit the
High.
ground running? Okay.
No, I cannot.
Okay.
So now that school has started,
Yeah.
I get the big kids up, which is what I've always done. But
Okay.
I get the big kids up, feed them breakfast. Jennifer and I both feed them breakfast, and then I take the big kids to school.
Okay.
While Jennifer stays at home feeding the babies breakfast.
Right.
So I am occupied from like 6:45 when I wake the kids up, which is insane. Because they have to
seems early.
they have to be at school by 7:40, which is also insane.
Right.
So, we're out of the house by 7:30. So
Yeah.
I wake the kids up 6:45 and then I drop them off. I'm probably done by 7:45, 7:50.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so you have to figure. I feel like, I mean, if you got up at 5:30, you could definitely do some stuff.
yeah, I got the whole
6
freaking day.
6 feels
doesn't-
like maybe
Doesn't buy me
might be too
anything.
tight. Yeah, it might be too tight. It's like, you'd rather have that sleep probably than just like you get into something and then you got to go wake the kids up. And
Yeah.
like that might be not enough time. I know it's hard with the kids. They're bookending you. That's a little bit tricky.
They're bookending me.
Yeah,
Those freaking kids.
you got.
It
gotta
is
say
hard.
no. Gotta say no. Gotta do less.
But not to the kids. That's the problem.
Not to the kids, not to
I
the
do need
kids,
to
I'm
say
saying
no.
to the- Yeah,
to the
work stuff.
masses. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am getting better at saying no. There are a few things on the horizon that I do have to do, which will come to light eventually. There's some things brewing that I can't share yet.
Ooh, whoa. Hey.
Whoa! We're just gonna run right over that. Come on.
Hold on. We can't go past that.
Yes, we
No.
can. You blow past
No.
stuff all the time. You kept the
This is a
outro
safe
quiet
place.
forever. This is not a safe place. Do you know how many
Hold on.
DMs I get, Ian? I get DMs
do
about
now.
your content.
Man.
People complaining about you to me. I can't just put something out there.
You're passing through complaints about me to me.
I
Because the
am.
people DM you with their complaints about me.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I have
You're like my
realized
secretary here. It's
this
great.
is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Yeah, that is what I'm thinking. It's awful. I thought maybe I should become harder to reach.
Oh, there's an idea.
That's interesting, right?
That's interesting. Yeah.
Thought about
Make
it.
people dig. Like if they have to actually find your real email address and hunt you down, then they deserve to get a hold of you. Whereas like just social media makes it too easy. It's like,
I have turned off DMs on Twitter from people that I don't follow
Right.
or don't have a DM history with, which is helpful. But yeah, that cabin in the woods idea is sounding very, very appealing. Not in like Unabomber sort of way, but in like a Justin Vernon, let's go write an album in the cabin in the woods. That sort of thing.
There you go.
So I don't know. We'll see.
I know. Well, hold on. I'm not letting you skip past this. You got a secret project
hey,
brewing.
we almost got
on.
him.
Secret project.
we
Come
almost
on.
got
Come on.
him.
Give us a hint. Is it like an actual line of business? Is it
It
a
no, it is a
collaboration?
it's
Is it
a
what is
little
it?
bit of contract work, a little bit of a
Okay.
collaboration, and it's a discrete entity. So once it's done, it'll be done, which is
Okay.
very important. I can't
Not
have, I can't commit myself to ongoing projects. So
okay. All
yeah,
right. Will
yeah,
this be public, I assume, at some point
yeah,
here?
public in the next month.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now, I gotta ask you this. Now, you have a course coming up in October. How's this all flowing? You gonna have time for the course and all the stuff?
I'll have
How's the
time for
time
the
looking?
course. I'll have
Time's
time
looking
for the
tight here.
course. Times are tight.
You
Times are
have to
always
wake up at
tight.
4 a.m. Get
Gonna
this
have
stuff
to
done.
wake up a little bit earlier, work a little bit harder.
All right.
Yeah, I've not yet begun to fight. There, I don't know. I don't know what else to do. We're maxed out. We're redlining already.
Oh, man.
Yes, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
What about do we have to hire people in the Aaron Francis empire?
So we're working on that.
Okay.
Let me. You're not on X.com, the Everything app, so you've missed
No.
a few
Okay.
calls.
I usually go check on your stuff, but I did
I
not
know.
check today.
I know.
I should have went and
So,
checked.
branding. I'm working on
I saw that.
branding for database school, and
Yes.
I've found some people that I think I'm going to engage with to get that
Okay.
done. So
Nice.
the thought there is I need something cohesive across databaseschool.com, which will be the education platform, Database School, the podcast, and Database School, the YouTube channel. So I need something like enough direction, assets, stuff that I can use across those three properties. And this is my next 12 to 18 months. And so I want to make sure that I have give it the best odds of success here.
Yeah.
So that is somebody that is I have outsourced work to. I have also found somebody that is going to help with the YouTube channel / filming and editing. So it's somebody local in Dallas that has grown a couple YouTube channels around here, grew a plumber's channel to 400,000. And so it's not he's not in our space, but he's very YouTube, which is what I need.
Yeah.
So this person's going to help me with editing and thumbnails and content calendar and maybe some light scripting, but they're not like a technical person, so probably not. But they can also come to the studio, help me set up cameras and angles and maybe do extra B-roll and stuff like that.
Right.
So that'll be an hourly basis. And then I just put out a call for a technical researcher / script writer.
I saw that. That was a little while ago, yeah.
No, that was recently. That was just on Friday or something.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I did see that. All right.
Because I need to be spending more time in front of the camera and not, 50 to 70% of my time researching. So I still need to spend, some time researching, but I need to be able to say hey, go do the first pass on this. Let's say I want to do, a video on bee trees. Just go, I know bee trees, but you go research, come up with a good outline, a good script, and then we can take it from there. So I am trying to fill in around me people who are experts at just a few things. And this is Jesse Hanley's method of operating, of friend of the pod, Bento, super friend, doesn't hire people. He just gets contractors to come in and pays their high rates, and then they do all the stuff, and then they're gone. And it's oh yeah, that sounds kind of nice.
Yeah.
hire an expert for a second to do a thing, and then that's all they do. Sure, sounds great. So I'm trying to operate on that strategy.
Yeah, especially for your stuff, I think that makes good sense. You don't necessarily need somebody full time. You can only record so much. Somebody full time writing scripts probably would be overkill. Have you tried an AI friend with the script writing? I assume that hasn't. You've attempted that, and it hasn't been sufficient yet.
I've attempted it, and it's been okay. And if this researcher scriptwriter wants to use AI to help them, go ye with God. That's amazing. I'm excited for that. But it's the whole it's just the process from beginning to end that is a big lift. And so whatever tools they want to use, great. I've used some and they have been helpful, but there's still just so much manual curating, tweaking, all of that kind of stuff.
Okay. All right. I think that's now at one point we were going with the Aaron Francis brand, but now we're on the Database School brand. So is this a strategic transition here?
This is. So
Okay.
there's no more try hard brand. There never really was.
Right.
I think in casual conversation that's great, but as a brand, that one just doesn't exist. That's just an
Yeah.
LLC. Yeah, so we are going with database school is the destination for database education.
Okay.
That is the plan. And of
All
course,
right.
right now and probably for the next year, 18 months, it is very tied to Aaron Francis the brand. And
Right.
I won't shy away from that. Like, I'll be front and center on the landing page, my name will be all over it. It's not going to be like we do this or, whatever. It's going to be, I teach this. Like it's me.
Right.
That's the deal. Um,
Yep.
but in terms of long term, both for the education platform, but also for like the social, like YouTube stuff, I think database school is a better and more focused. And that's the thing I'm after,
Yeah.
something that's more focused in terms of a brand.
Yeah.
I'm happy for people to know me and follow me, but I also, the bigger pool of people in the world is people that don't know me and don't
Right.
care about me and want to know databases.
That
That's what
is a
I got to
bigger
get
pool,
to.
I
Yeah.
think. I think it's bigger.
It is. I think so. For now. For
For
now. At
now.
some point. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And then that's good. Like if you do bring in other people at some point for parts or whatever,
Right.
it makes more sense and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. All right.
Yeah.
So that's the Aaron Francis update. Any other stuff in the Aaron Francis empire that we need to know about?
I do feel like I have regressed a little bit in
Ooh.
the business journey, and I feel like I'm kind of just a guy who's piecing together income streams.
Okay. Right.
Less of like, this is the business, these are the lines of business,
Mm,
this is the product mix, and we can
yep.
expect it to move around by 5 or 10% between the product mix, but this is our business. I don't
Yeah.
feel like that at all. I feel like
Right.
I'm doing this one-off project, I'm getting these one-off sponsors, I'm selling this course, I'm getting some residual from that course, and it would be nice. It would be nice, I just like as a internal feeling, but probably also for stability, to just have 1, 2, 3 things that are like lines of business that
Yeah.
are pretty sustainable. I'm
Yeah.
happy to keep like scratching and clawing for now, but at some point, if I don't reach this, I am running a business phase, it's going to be like, what am I even doing here?
Right.
But I still think that's still a year away.
Yeah.
Still very early in the startup phase, and with Steve leaving, it's like kind of like a restart phase. But at
Right.
some point, I got to get to, hey, this is what the business does, and I run the business. I'm not out there like trying to get onesie twosies.
Yeah. Yeah, I think by folding in, yeah, like you said, like some contract stuff and like yeah, if you do ads on database school at some point, we do our ads here and stuff. There's kind of like these other things that are not like core to the business you're trying to
Mm-hmm.
run that make it probably feel that way a bit. So it is nice, yeah. I think those things can still exist too. It's like
Totally.
I have those things, but they just feel like extra money. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like this is not what I do for money. This is extra money, which is
Right. Which is way
a
more
different way to
fun.
think about
Yeah.
it. Right? Extra money's great.
I
It's like,
love
oh,
extra money.
this is just extra money. I love extra
Regular
money.
money, despise it. Extra
Right.
money, now we're
Extra
talking.
found money. There's literally
Yeah.
nothing better than found
That's
money.
the best in the
So-
world. Found money and canceled plans. I'm a happy man. That's great. That's a good Friday night right there.
Yeah. So yeah, it's mostly then about like, yeah, database school when it reaches a certain consistent level of revenue will then be your regular money. And then you can have extra
Right.
money if you want to do a contract thing or whatever. Great.
Yes.
Who cares? Like that's extra money. And that's won't feel like it's pulling you away from your regular money. It'll be extra money, which is
Correct.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess just getting the database school. I mean, I don't know. It's so tricky with the courses. I feel like obviously the ideal is to get the subscription stuff going
Yep.
somehow or other, right? Like that would be,
I think that's the plan.
yeah, the best plan. I mean, it's always the best. It always feels the best to be like, oh, subscription revenue. Like whether or not it actually is the best
Right.
plan, I don't know. But because the courses are nice when they give you a big influx when you can make
They
that
are.
happen, But oh man. All right. So you have a small course in October, but then you have a
Yep.
bigger course coming after that. Is this the plan still, or what's the plan there?
Unclear. So I
Okay.
think so. Part of like part of this move to database school, some of it does require a little bit of like maintenance and reassessing existing properties. So what's coming in October is introduction to Postgres. So it's like Postgres for beginners, early stage, 2 to 3 hours, easy stuff. I think that is the model going forward, which is like 1 to 3 hour courses, which is
Right.
part of why I'm thinking subscription is going to be the move, because we're going to have, a 1 to 3 hour course on, I don't know, Lightstream, which is a SQLite, adjunct thing. Nobody's going to pay 179 or 99 maybe for like a 2 hour course on Lightstream. But if you were paying to like have access to all this stuff, that's an interesting product and you might want to know about it, and so you would watch that. And so I think at some point, and I won't do this to start because it won't make any money, but at some point I need to break down the SQLite course, the Mastering Postgres course, the MySQL course, break it down into their component parts and put those out as separate, individual like quick
Little
hits,
chunks.
basically. Yeah. Because you've said it many times. Like, I'd watch a 2 hour course on vectors and Postgres. I'm not watching a 12-hour course on Postgres. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
And as stubborn, what's a nicer word for stubborn? As resolute as I am about certain things, resolute as I am about certain things, I do think that one is correct, and I am wrong on that one. Like, I want to produce the like comprehensive course. That's what I want to do.
Book.
Yes, but I think you're correct that people want to consume differently than I want to produce, and I'm willing to bend on that. I don't feel like that's a problem at all. That's merely presentation in my mind.
Yeah, and if you get them broken down, it's like, because you have a lot of content there already, right? So it's like repackaging it so that you can make it a subscription so people can really see the breadth of what you have. It's not like, oh, the SQLite course. It's like, wow, there's 15 SQLite courses that cover all the different aspects, right?
It's
and there's
like 2 courses versus 15 courses. It doesn't matter. So, the duration is the same.
I mean, I feel like you should get somebody on this right away. Like, to be honest with you, like between Postgres, SQLite, maybe a MySQL thing in the mix at some point here, like, okay, we have 70, 80 courses, right? And like,
we're there.
I don't know how much a month, right? Whatever the monthly amount is. And, $20 a month, $10 a month, $30 a month. I don't know. Something in there probably, I assume. And yeah, I feel like you need like a community aspect to this. There should like a Discord, whatever. I know you might want to do forums, Slack, whatever. Like, because then that's part of it's like, I don't always need database stuff. So like, how can you reduce the churn of this, right? It's like, well, I have access to this community, people who can help me when I have a problem and who are really into this stuff and whatever. Like, that could be interesting.
Yeah. I think yes, that you're taking the plan right out of my head. That is exactly what I need to do, is have Postgres, SQLite, MySQL, at least 2 for each, probably 3 or 4 for each. And then layering on just like Postgres extensions, I could have 30 courses on, SQLite communities stuff, like SQLite Vector, Lightstream, all of like LightFS, all of that stuff. Even what Thierry Lavadeur spoke on at Laracon, like that is, I forget what it was, Lightbase maybe, but that's like SQLite adjacent. So there's no dearth of material to cover. There's only a dearth of Aaron's ability to cover it.
But this is where it's even like, I don't know. This is interesting. I feel like let's delve in here a little bit. Can we delve? Are you okay delving?
Delve. Give me an M dash and let's delve.
Hold on. Before we delve, let's pay some bills. You pay. Wow, let's pay some bills.
The pre-delve bill pay.
Yes,
it's
we're
a
gonna go deep here.
Classic move.
I got some ideas. We got to delve. So let's do some.
Pre-delve segment is brought to you, and part of the post-delve segment is brought to you by the aforementioned Jesse Hanley at bentonow.com. This guy, supporter of the show since forever. Bento is the refreshingly delightful email sending platform, refreshingly better, faster. It's going to keep rotating on his homepage. Check it out at bentonow.com. This is the email service provider that I use for all marketing and transactional emails. And follow him on Twitter because he's spinning up a new email deliverability tool that seems to be going quite well, Tatami. So thank you to Jesse and Bento for sponsoring the show, and our friends down under. I almost did an accent, and then I thought this is going to go really poorly and maybe offensive. Our friends down under at Laracon AU 2025. Level up your Laravel skills, connect with brilliant people, and experience 2 unforgettable days this November at Laracon AU in Brisbane, Queensland. You can find out more at laracon.au. And I think I saw that Mary Perry, also friend of the show, is speaking at Laracon AU again.
Oh, wow. Did they
Yeah.
announce speakers already?
I think so.
Let's go
Unless
over
I
there. Let's head
made
over to
that
the
up.
Laracon AU.
Yeah, this is
The
the end of
site.
the ad because I'm just freestyling here. So hopefully I'm correct.
I'm trying to
We
look
got a
over
big
the
animation
website.
intro.
Yeah, there's a big intro. I kind of like this big. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of speakers. We got all kinds of
Here
speakers.
Here we go. I'm
Jane
scrolling side to
Brooks,
side here.
Mac.
Where are we? There we
Stephen
go.
Carter.
Susanna. Oh
Some
yeah,
people I haven't
lots
heard
of
about.
friends.
Oh, Jess Archer. Yeah, there's people I don't know though too. A lot of people I don't know.
We're aging out, Ian.
Maybe we are. I think are these just Australians?
Oh yeah, maybe we're just not Australian.
Could be Australians. Yeah, I love Australians. Australians and Canadians, man.
Oh man,
My
I feel like Australians and Texans are like spiritual cousins.
I could see that.
Both a little crazy.
Maybe Australians have evolved a little farther, a little past Texans, but I understand what you're saying. A shared ancestry kind of thing. Yeah, I'm with
Unbelievable. All right, let's delve. What are we delving?
All right. So we're gonna thought exercise this a little bit.
Okay.
I like this plan. I have a couple thoughts here on like, where is Aaron Francis most valuable?
That's what Aaron Francis wants to know. So tell me.
I feel like it's pretty clear to me that Aaron Francis is most valuable. The peak in terms of the Aaron Francis business and empire, Aaron Francis is most valuable as the face man of the empire. Okay?
Face man. Okay. Deal. I buy it.
I feel like we want to get people on subscriptions.
Okay.
Right. So, and I feel like we want to avoid the death march. Yeah. And I feel like build 100 courses, even if they're small, feels like a death march. That's going to be hard.
100 feels like a lot.
Hard to motivate yourself on, right?
Okay, carry on.
Whereas the big courses are like, hey, you got a sponsor who's paying you 50 grand. You got the one thing and it's hard, but then you're done in 3 or 4 months, right? And then you move on to the next thing.
A death march of its own, but it's finite.
Then it's closer. It's like, okay, I will be done with this in 3 months, even though I'm going to work 12 hours a day.
The death march versus the death treadmill. Yes.
The death treadmill, right. Is like, boy, I really need 100 courses, more than 100 courses. And even though it's maybe only 3 or 4 giant courses worth of content, I feel like that's still going to be, there's going to be interruptions. Like you're not going to be able to keep that pace for a year to grind through that right now. So this is why I'm just wondering if it's like, okay, hire someone to break up the current things you have, right? Okay. And instantly we can get a bunch of courses. Now I don't know. I'm hoping that those work that way. I mean, maybe you have to do a little massaging and some intro, outro stuff. I don't know, but
for your consideration, re-recording a course is very, very easy.
Okay, intriguing.
So once the material is written, vetted, recorded, going back and doing it again with a slight twist or in a different place or whatever, like 10% as hard. So for your consideration, keep going.
Man, I still think that's going to be, it's just a lot of work though to sit down and actually do those hours. Do you know what I mean? Even if it's way easier, of course, than like reconceptualizing and all that stuff.
And it still has to be re-edited. So maybe it's
that's
30%,
what I was going to say. It has to be re-edited. Now you don't have just Steve there to do the editing. You got to hire someone, which is fine. You're going to need that person anyway, but it's still a different process, whatever. So ideally you could use what you have, but if you can't, you have to re-record, fine. But there's a chunk we could do quick, hopefully without that much work from you, either no work or not much work, right? And then do we just try to bring in a person or two in the fold and just have other people building the other courses? And then you focus on the database school. Okay,
help me understand other people building other courses. Does that mean writing material? Does that mean recording? Does that mean non-database? Like, what does that mean?
That means database, all database.
Okay.
But them doing the whole thing, I assume. Or maybe there's a writer and a on-air person.
But they're the face.
Like, they're the face. of that course, because it's not about the course anymore, right? It's not about, I need to get you to buy this course on Postgres and you want to
Mhm.
see my face on that course. I feel like
Mhm.
this could now be a little bit higher level. You are the face of database school. You are on YouTube doing database content. You are doing live stream Q&As. You are doing interviews with famous database people. You are doing all that stuff, right? You are the marketing. What people get when they come in doesn't necessarily have to be you, I don't think. I think it
Okay,
could
so
potentially not be you on all the courses.
highest and best use of Aaron's time is to be the face of database school, but
Right.
now we're bringing in guest instructors. So is the
Yes.
face of database school, you mean the external marketing
Yes.
and brand and not necessarily the instructor of everything?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, this ties in directly with what you started the show with, which is like, you want to run a business.
I want to run a business.
Right. So I feel like that is getting you closer to, I am the person running this business, which is, you're kind of inextricably tied to the marketing, I think, at least for now.
Mhm.
But I don't think so much with the courses. Like, you can pay people to do those, you can find good people to do them, and people want that information. They're not watching, that's not what they're watching for entertainment. There's like, the marketing is entertainment.
I
You're going to
see.
try to entertain people on the marketing end. That needs Aaron Francis's style. Once they want, just give me the details on how this stupid B tree index works, right? Like, that doesn't need Aaron Francis anymore. That is somebody who has to be able to convey good ideas in your style, I think, with your tutelage, but doesn't need to literally be you teaching them. So that's where I think you could possibly separate. So you could scale that part quicker, so you can have enough courses quicker, so you can actually sell a subscription that feels like a weighty, meaty thing that somebody's getting access to a lot of stuff for this 20 bucks a month. And of course, it's totally worth it. I think we have to get there, because I feel like right now, if you try to sell a subscription, like, you'll get your hardcore fans to buy, and then it's going to fall off a cliff because
I'm going to be
there's
depressed
not
again. Yeah.
enough stuff, right? It's like, I can't just go there every time I need to know anything about databases, because there's going to be too many holes. So you need to like fill all those holes.
This is
You know what I'm
good.
saying?
Yes, I do know what you're saying. First of all, as a programming note, you got inexorably and tutelage in there. You're telling me that you don't feel rested, because that is like, those are some $10 words. That's good stuff.
About. This
that
is the subtle
good
stuff where it's coming out. The subtleness
that is
coming
the
out.
cobwebs are gone.
Yes.
We are pulling them all. That's amazing. Tutelage inexorably. Great work. Okay. So interesting. I like the distinction that is a difference of the face of database school does not necessarily mean the only instructor. I buy that.
Yes.
I buy that. I will say, I think historically I've gone to guest instructors too quickly, and I've done it. Maybe I haven't done it well enough. So I think I would want to be more cautious about that this time, because like the one we did, the Rails course that we did, for example, that was like, I thought it was going to be a smash success. It was an okay success. It wasn't great. The course is very good. Steven's a very good teacher.
Yes, this is what I'm getting at. Exactly.
But it didn't super work.
Yes. So here's the problem, right? You built this course, with him, right?
Right.
And he was essentially supposed to market it. I don't know your guys' exact thing, right? But like, he's known in the Rails world. You figured, hey, he'd be able to pull in people, right? But he didn't pull in people because he's not Aaron Francis on the marketing, right? Like, it needs the Aaron Francis marketing. Now, exactly the point is, the course is good. The course has good content in it. People would learn stuff from the course if they watch the course, right? But you are the one with the skill of how to turn viewers into customers. That has to be your job. Once you get them in, then it's like, yes, this other guy is going to teach you how to do this thing. Great. Like, that's the info. I'm here to make sure you have access to this platform with all the info you need in the way you want to consume it. That's where you get them into the platform. Once they get here, it doesn't have to be you who teaches them, because you're like, then it becomes you. I'm just getting the best people. I don't know the most about Redis. I got the best Redis guy, and I taught him how to teach a course properly, and he taught the course great. And now I'm just connecting you with the best content, rather than you becoming the expert in everything and all that stuff, which you're probably not going to be a full expert, right? Whatever, blah, blah, blah. So that's where I think that ties in perfectly in that was like, let's offload the marketing to this guy, but that's
Mhm.
not gonna work because he's probably not even properly motivated to do the marketing, right? Like from the percentage perspective, and that's not his skill set and all that stuff. So yeah, I think it's different than what you tried before because it's not trying to sell a course. None of
Mhm.
these would be, I'm attempting to build this Redis course and sell it or whatever it is, right? It's like, I need somebody to fill in the content holes so that when someone comes into database school, it feels like a complete product and that all the content in this product is high quality, is up to my standards, conveys the information it needs to convey. It still has to be a good product, right? But I think it could be a better product. Like, this is the thing with hiring people. It could be a better product by you not doing it all.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? So they're getting the best people, the experts, all that stuff, making the content. And again, the actual super experts sometimes aren't the best people to make content. So that's part of your job
Right,
also,
right,
right? It's
right.
like figure out who knows enough, but can also work on camera, right? Like all those
Right.
things. Blah blah. I got to figure all that. But yeah, but that keeps you up here. How do I sell more? How do I get more
Right.
subscribers? How do I get more viewers? I can stay totally focused on that. And then there's still going to be a lot of Aaron Francis because if you take all your courses you've already done and break them up, I
Mhm.
mean, that's going to be 60, 80, 100 little mini courses anyway. So it's not like people go in there and they're like, oh, there's no Aaron Francis in here. Tons of Aaron Francis.
There's plenty. Listen,
All
there's too much.
and it's gonna be all the big platforms, right? Like all
Yeah.
the big platforms have Aaron Francis videos. So
Mhm.
there you go. Now these other ones that you're filling in with, they might not be all Aaron Francis. That's fine.
I buy it.
I don't know. I think it's a play.
No notes. It's
There you
perfect.
go.
I think an open question is the timing. Like,
Yeah.
when does that plan get executed?
Right.
I'm not sure. I'm not clear on that. And I don't think I can be at this point. But I do think that's probably the play. And I think that's another thing that this focus and this single brand can help with is it is an umbrella that other instructors can come under. I
Yeah.
think you're correct in that, like, doing guest instructors on discrete brands is pretty difficult.
Yes.
As we've discovered, but
Yeah.
this could be an easier way to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it also I like the database school name, and then I think the positioning that goes with that is like, again, we're assuming that people want to buy database content. So let's just say they do, right? Like maybe they don't, and then that's a whole separate issue we'll have to deal with. But
Well,
let's
that
just
would
say
be a
they do.
problem. I
That would be
think,
a
yeah,
problem. But let's just say they do. And we have some evidence that they do. I mean, you've sold
we do.
individual courses in large amounts, and you've also, other people in different spaces that are doing similar
Yep.
type things. So, okay. So I think it's fair to assume it's possible. And so, yeah, so then the positioning database school, I feel like is not ever trying to sell you on it could just be much broader, right? Which
Yes,
instead of
agreed.
like, oh, you do or don't use Postgres, well, this is either for you or not, and you can instantly
Correct.
check out because it's not for you, right? Like instead, it's like, no, you are a professional web developer. You probably need a database.
Yep.
And you probably need multiple types of databases.
Yep.
And in the future, you're going to need different types of databases because everything's moving so fast and blah, blah, and this and that. And this one place is the solution to all your problems. Like
Yep.
that is a compelling offer, I
That's what
feel
I'm
like.
saying.
Yes, as opposed to buy this Postgres course, then buy this Redis course later, and like it's all
Right.
disjointed and blah, blah, all that stuff. So
And being able to make stuff that is not that's too small for a discrete course, I think is going to be pretty
yes.
valuable.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because
like,
some stuff is just a nugget.
let's do 6 videos on row versus column databases, just like as a
Yeah.
crash course, so you understand what the hell people are talking about. That's not a course
Right.
that like can go on YouTube, but it'll probably go to die. But I could do that on the learning platform and then do
Yep.
like a quick overview on YouTube, and there's the funnel. But that's the kind of thing where I'm like, nobody's going to buy a course on this, but this is great content. All
Yeah.
right. Well, there are mechanisms for that.
And then that's like an important concept that people should be aware of the difference between those things and all that stuff nowadays, especially where there's a lot of use cases for column databases and people might want to learn more without being nobody's going to want to commit to paying $99 for that, right? But like if I'm already a subscriber and now database school sends me an email, it's like, hey, we got this new course, you probably have been wondering the difference between rows and columns, here you go. And that's all you have all those touch points for people to talk about database school, right? And to say,
Correct.
hey,
Yep.
they just released this thing, it's really cool, blah, blah, blah. So that all works together. I like that.
I like it. Good delve.
Good delve. And then,
It's a
okay,
great delve.
so one other thing then
Whoa, there's
just
more?
a little something to consider.
I got to get one of these 8 sleeps. All right.
Yeah, you
Tell
gotta
me.
get one. Go to bed at 8 p.m. for you, so you get the even
Yeah.
extra sleep.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is more like a thought exercise, and I don't think you'd
Okay.
have to do anything different for this. But I do wonder if there's like a world where the database school YouTube channel just is the business. Like maybe it's like
Okay.
almost like cart before the horse a little bit on like the database school content. And it's more, I don't know if I even agree with this, but the idea popped in my head of like, should database school YouTube channel and associated social platforms be the business where like it just becomes big, you get sponsors for it, you do videos, you sell sponsorships at 5-10 grand a pop, whatever it is. And that's like any other big YouTube channel, right? Like, hey, it's got half a
Hmm.
million viewers, and those are like not just half a million viewers like you get on all these other channels, which are just kids and randos. It's
Right.
like half a million professional web developers going to be super valuable to all these database platforms and all that stuff. So something maybe there too. And then it's like whatever, like the Ryan Trahan guy, like he has a candy brand after he gets a big YouTube
Right.
platform, right? So it
So
comes
I could.
after that. You have your own stuff you sell into the YouTube channel after it
Mhm.
becomes a certain size, in addition to taking sponsorships, of course. Could be something there.
Interesting. That is interesting. I would be open to that. I'd be totally open to that. I think that would have to be much later. I think we would have to see such great success on the YouTube channel to start like attracting those bigger sponsors.
Yeah.
Um that we could then decide, all right, let's take all the content that we have and just put it on YouTube and shut
Yeah.
down the .com. I'd be totally open to
Well, no,
that.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you might cannibalize some of your content potentially,
Mhm.
right? Because you're like just doing it on the YouTube channel. But I don't even know if the things that are in the course are good as YouTube videos for building your
Probably not.
audience.
Yeah.
Right? Right. That's what I'm saying. So it's more that like I think it's not that dissimilar from what you'll just do for the marketing anyway. But it's like
Mhm.
make interesting viral videos, right?
Mhm.
Like this is the goal of the YouTube channel. Now, right
Right.
now it's being thought about as a funnel to these
Mhm.
courses, but maybe it is a goal in and of itself because you can build the sponsorship up sufficiently that then it, A, either doesn't matter about the courses, or B, it's like a more traditional YouTube influencer route of like the channel got big. And then once the channel is big, I can sell all kinds of stuff into the channel, right? Like we have
Mhm.
courses and we have other stuff, whatever it is. Like,
Candy.
so candy, we have a Aaron Francis candy brand. And I mean, for you, I think it doesn't have to be 20 million. Like when it's the general public,
Right.
you need millions to make it worth people to advertise. I don't think that's true of this because your audience is very extremely valuable
Right.
compared to a generic sample YouTube audience. So, even at 100,000, it's probably extremely valuable.
So this is the Red Bull strategy. Our marketing is
Yes.
so good that the marketing for the energy drink makes a bunch of money. Our
Right.
marketing is
Yes.
profitable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
All right.
I know you thought about doing sponsorships already and stuff, but I think just like the idea, maybe that's even the business or a large part of the business
Right.
or whatever, like it's not just mostly marketing and extra money. It's actually what you do
Mhm.
potentially. I don't know.
That seems reasonable to me.
Could be. It's possible. How many subscribers does it have already?
The Aaron Francis channel
Is that
has
what
like
the database school have its own channel yet or no?
not yet.
Okay.
But the Aaron Francis channel has like 55,000.
Right. Yeah.
So, and I imagine this may be optimistic. I imagine the database school channel is going to grow a lot more consistently just because it's going to be so focused that it'll be easier to find that audience versus like, hey, I'm a developer who does random stuff. Follow
Right.
me.
The algo will get you.
Yeah, exactly. So I could see YouTube being a big leg of the stool in terms of revenue. That would include the Database School podcast, which we talked about last week. We'll start taking sponsors, and then the learning platform,
Yeah.
obviously being a big part of it as well.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. There you go. I like it.
This is good.
I think we're getting somewhere.
I think we're getting somewhere. Boy, fits and starts. It would sure be easier if it was just easier, but it's not.
Yeah, that would be easier. But it's never how it is.
No.
It's never easy.
Alas. All right. Should we pay some more bills?
Yeah, let's pay some more bills. We got a few more here. All right. Oh boy. Our friends over at Honey Badger Move fast and fix things with all-in-one app and infrastructure monitoring for Laravel, Rails, and more. Check them out over at honeybadger.io. And by Flare, by Spotsy, all-in-one error tracking and performance monitoring for your Laravel application. Check that out at flareapp.io. And Laravel Nightwatch. Nightwatch sees what other monitoring apps can't in Laravel apps. Take 2 minutes to set up the free plan right now. And before this episode of Mostly Technical is done, you might uncover rogue queries, misconfigured middleware hiding in plain sight, or the dreaded N+1. Check that out at nightwatch.laravel.com. Thanks to all the sponsors. Good sponsor month.
Great sponsor month. We've got great sponsors.
Thank you out there, sponsors. All right. What else we got here?
Let's go over to Ian's side of the country here for a second. What do you got? You just tell me what you're working on.
I got a couple things. I got
All right.
First I want a little quick shout out to friend of the show, Adrian,
best friend of the show,
who emailed me. So last week I said, hey, if you have been inspired in poker because of me and this podcast, let me know. And Adrian, let me know. Inspired by the pod, inspired by me. And then he'd been seeing poker come up in a few spots and decided to take the plunge and is into it, goes to the local pub where they have like a poker night, been playing there, been doing well. I sent him some books. So thank you for reaching out, Adrian.
Inspiring people to pick up new vices.
That is just
poker. Great inspiration.
I'm going to get you eventually here, too. I got to come down to Texas. I'm going to scoop you up. We're going to go to the card house.
That would be fun.
Awesome.
I would do that.
And you know how to play. So
I know how to play.
We're going to sit down and we're going to play. It's going to be great.
And if we're both there, it's a write-off.
Yeah. I mean,
come on.
If I just go to Texas, it's a write-off. For any reason,
yes.
I'll be like, Aaron's there. I'm in Texas. He's in Texas. Write-off.
Same disclaimer as always. This is financial advice.
So this is clearly financial advice.
Take this to the bank. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So the other thing is my weekend project was, I was in with the AI. And I've been working on no outro stuff this week. Didn't do any outro stuff. I know. It's a side project. Sometimes a side project has to be put to the side for the main project, which is unfortunate reality. But
we hate that.
Doing some website stuff, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna get into that part of it, but need to do screenshots, which is the worst part of any software product. The screenshots are just so incredibly painful. It's like you don't even want to do them because you know you're gonna have to redo them at some point, and that's all painful. The whole thing's terrible. So I don't have a total solution, but I was working on a partial solution, which is the worst part about the screenshots is like the fake data.
Okay.
It's like, how do you make the fake data be kind of real enough so that's not just stupidly fake and blah, blah. Right now in HelpSpot, we have a very fake data set up with Faker that I use for like demos and stuff. And it's okay for that, but it uses like Alice in Wonderland to put fake data in just to have like masses of data so there can be like sufficient quantity of like ticket history and whatever. So worked with the AI on building a new fake data builder thingy for HelpSpot so I can build out both for demos, but also for screenshots, different sort of types of help desks, because there's like B2B support, there's B2C support, there's HR help desks, there's whatever, all maintenance departments, there's several different types of use cases for HelpSpot. And, so this way you can have custom data for each, have the AI build the whole thing out with proper tickets for each type of support with categories that make sense, with ticket history that makes sense, all that stuff. And so it got pretty far. It's not even done yet. I just mostly worked on this yesterday. But I use a new AI process, which is similar to my old process, but not exactly. I read this article by Rands. I don't know if you follow Rands. Rands in Repose.
Rand Fishkin or somebody else?
No, not Rand Fishkin. Rands, what the hell's the guy?
Rands
Michael,
with an S?
Michael Lops. Yeah, if you go Rands in Repose.
You're saying so many words. Rands, Michael Lofts in Repose. All right, here's a link. Rands in Repose.
Yeah.
So is the person's name Rands?
No, his name's Michael, I believe. Right? Isn't it Michael Loop? Rands.
Okay, you click about and it says, this is where I write. Who?
Doesn't have
Tell
his
me your name.
Yeah. He's written bunches of books.
Well, it doesn't matter. I've never heard of him. Michael
How
Lopp.
you never
I'm
heard
looking
of
on the
Rand?
sidebar. I'm looking on the sidebar to find a picture of a book he's written to read
Yeah,
the
Michael
author
Lopp.
name off of it.
Yes.
All right, Michael. Rule number 1: put your name on your website somewhere, because I think your name is Rands.
Huge, man. Rands is huge. So I don't know. He's got
So
these books
so
on.
is Seth Godin, but I know his name.
That's true. He's not as big as Seth Godin, but you know,
because nobody knows his name. That's why.
No,
everybody thinks his name is Rands.
It's like Patio 11. Nobody knows Patio 11's real name, right? Same with the Rands.
Patrick
Rands
McKenzie.
is this guy. You know it, but you know it.
All right, tell me about Rands in Repose. What is Rands?
You don't know
say?
Rands. I wasn't.
No.
I've thrown me off. I didn't think you.
Nobody
would know
knows Rands. For the
Rands
record,
is huge. I
may be the guy that has never seen a movie, but nobody's heard of Rands. I'm not alone. I'm not alone in this one.
Comment if you've heard of Rands or read some.
Comment if you haven't heard of Rands.
His books have sold like millions of copies and stuff. People know about Rands, man.
All right, what did Rands teach you?
All right, so I don't know about millions of copies, but a lot of copies. So,
his guilty conscience got to him. All right, I said millions. I didn't mean millions. I didn't mean it.
I mean, his latest book has 4,200 ratings on Goodreads. So I don't know. How do you extrapolate that up? You know, it's a good amount.
At least 10x of readers.
Yeah,
I would have
at least
to imagine.
10x, right?
Yeah.
So. And then he's written like 4 books or something, whatever. Some of them are revisions of the same book. Anyway, he wrote this article about how he's been coding with AI, and it's similar to what I've been doing, and I think other people are doing, which is like you kind of need to write a file to keep like the context organized for the AI, right? And like to give you like basically writing a spec. But, you know, he kind of works in the document with the AI. What I've been mostly doing is like have the AI write a document. I will then tweak the document manually, and then I will have the AI read the document again and produce the code. Okay. So what I did for this project was I didn't tweak really anything manually at all. We just built the whole spec by interactively going through it. So not in planning mode in Claude Code, so in the regular mode, but not with auto-accepting commits either. And then have it write some stuff, have it tweak it, then say, yes, you can commit that, then go through, have it keep a to-do list, then have it reread the document, be like, what did we miss? What's unclear? Go iterate back through that over and over. So now we're at like this 1,000-line spec document for this Laravel command that will do the data population.
1,000-line spec,
which I would never write 1,000-line spec for this, right? Like,
no. I wouldn't even read 1,000 lines.
But yes, me either, right? And so this is the kind of beauty of it is it's like it wrote it though, and probably I spent between like while I was playing chess and I went to a baseball game and all this stuff. I mean, I probably spent an hour, right? Let's say, or maybe a little more than an hour on this. So obviously you couldn't even get started on 1,000-line spec in an hour, but no, we did the whole thing. It's quite complete, all different things. It's what functions to call internally in HelpSpot to do the different things and all the stuff, examples, sample data, so on and so forth. So now we're to the point where it's going to produce all the example data because I don't want to have a live AI connection and like AI keys and everything. So we're just going to make all the data, have it in there, and then write the actual final command that does all the stuff. So I'm right to the end here of actually producing some code with this thing. But I don't know, it was an interesting process to like, I hadn't done the like just I'm only using the AI, everything through the AI. And with the spec as context, it was pretty good. Pretty good.
So you're bebopping back and forth on a spec, and is it writing it to a markdown file in the background? Okay.
Yeah, markdown file.
So you guys are working back and forth on what it should eventually build, and it's writing all of that down so that it can later instruct itself on how to build the thing that y'all are talking about.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. And I think for things like this, it's like, I don't know, I tried to like do the quicker way. That didn't work. Like I was like, well, maybe I can just give enough instructions and kind of get it close and then tweak. It was like way off in how it built it. It went off into like fairy tale land of like, it was trying to go directly to the database. So it was screwing stuff up because like there's other things that happen in the functions and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, well, I got to teach it to use the internal functions. Okay. But then once I went down that road, I was like, well, let me just try this. I just read this article. I was like, let me just try going through it this way. and then having it reiterate over the article what's it unclear about, so on and so forth. So we got all kinds of little edge case stuff in there. Everything's in there. We'll see what it actually produces. So this is only a partial story because I don't have the end to the story. But I don't know. It was very interesting to build it that way. Also, in the past, I found like the context of Claude Code itself to not like sometimes I clear the context intentionally
Oh
because
wow.
I'm like, it gets kind of off. But I don't know,
Yeah.
something with this, it was whole the context it had in the session was actually quite useful. It was doing a good job understanding where we were going, I feel like. And then even kind of as a test of that, this morning, I was like, well, so I have the home machine and the work machine. I was like, wow, this is kind of annoying because I
Here we
can't move
go.
this context,
Here
right?
we
The context
go.
is
Yeah.
trapped in this session. So I was like, all right, write the to-do list that's left into the bottom of the spec, and I'll try it at the office machine. And I have to say, like, I read the document and read the to-do list, but it was not as sharp as it was in with the full context of everything we had gone through. So that is a solution they need. They need a solution to like saving its context somehow, so you can like move that around. I think would be interesting.
They need Claude Code Cloud. Like they just need to run it. They just need to run it somewhere else. I mean, that's Codex.
Yeah. Yeah. Or even just like, hey, like, here's a dump command. Let me dump this to a markdown, whatever your internal storage or binary file, whatever it is. Like it's obviously just data inside it somewhere, right? That's feeding to the prompt every time. And so like just take that, put it on the disk somewhere. The other thing is, I feel like there needs to be a system for this where to write these files. Like it's like,
dude,
it's like I just put them in the root, but it's kind of weird. But I don't want to just put them somewhere where the AI can access it forever either, because I feel like that might confuse it. Like
probably,
it gets some old spec that now it's diverged from, and now it's confused by that. So like, I don't know. I feel like there needs to be some standard or whatever, something that we all agree to that's like, this is where these files go and how they should be formatted.
And like each instance, it's like a temporary isolated working directory of context for each agent, Yes. So one can be working on this thing and another can be working on something different, and there the twain shall meet. They're not going to overlap in their context.
Yeah. There's something there where
there's something there. We have not settled on the best system for any of this yet. It is so janky still.
It's very early still. Still early. But it is amazing to have this like kind of built-in pair spec writer. So I'm going to try this when I get back to the outro stuff and some other HelpSpot stuff I'm going to do too, where I'm going to take a little extra time, which does feel like I don't love that part of it. It's like, the AI, just want to be like, build this thing and let it build it. But
you got to slow down to speed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you do have to do that. So
that's pretty good.
So that was my my weekend activity, and just taking this. We'll link in the show notes to the article, which I think is quite good.
Aaron Rands' article.
Rands and Repose. Can't believe you don't know Rands, man.
Nah, everybody knows Rands.
Everybody knows Rands. He's a genius. All right, you got a line on here. I don't understand.
I got a line. We can end with this.
Okay.
So the line is the fake date.
Yes.
Okay.
Intriguing.
It's a good line. The fake date. So everybody's always like, parents, you got to go on a date. All husband and wife got to go on a date once a week easily. And I'm just like, that sounds awesome. There's no chance I have the energy to do that, and neither does Jennifer.
Yeah.
And so, like, we have done maybe once a month, like, get a babysitter, go out to dinner. Even that is very hard because it's like that has to happen on a Friday, a Saturday, not usually a Sunday. We don't really go out on Sunday nights because it's like I got work in the morning. So Friday or Saturday, which means we got to get a babysitter, which means it's the end of the work week. And I come home, put the kids to bed, and then the babysitter comes and we both got to get dressed up and go out. Or it's the end of a Saturday, which is worse than the end of a work week. The end of a Saturday, you just been punched in the face all day long. And you're like, I would love to sit down on the couch next to you. That sounds awesome.
Right.
So we have this problem where we've got 4 kids, 4 and under. It comes time for date night and we're both like, oh, dude, we're exhausted. Okay. Yeah. So this whole go out once a week thing, it ain't going to work. Here is the fake date. So we did this. We did this last week, or maybe the week before. I don't remember. I think it was last week, where on like one of the weekday nights, I come home, help with, bath time, bedtime. Kids are in their beds by 7:15. Not asleep. They stay up and talk. Nobody cares. It's
Nice.
fine. Um, Immediately after we walk out of putting the kids down, I put down the big kids, she puts down the little kids. Immediately after that, we leave the house.
Okay.
Now, the nanny who works, 9 to 5 or whatever. Actually, it's like she has a break in the middle of the day, so she doesn't leave till 7 typically. So like
Okay.
we put the kids down, she walks out, we come downstairs, she's gone for the day.
Okay.
Except on this day, where we ask the nanny, can you stay 1 hour late? That's it. Just 1 hour. And we're going to leave the house wearing our athleisure
Whatever you got on.
and our hats. We're going to leave the house. We're going to go up the street to this little restaurant, Mi Cocina. We're going to sit at the bar, have some dinner, maybe have a margarita, and then we're gone. We're out of there. We're back home.
Dude, that's not a fake date. That's a real
fake date. That's a fake date. Nobody's dressed up. There's no pressure. There's not, let's try a new restaurant. There's no valet. There's no like, let me take a shower and do my hair.
Right.
Same for me. I don't have to take a shower and do my hair. It's just, all right, go. Let's go. What are you wearing? That's great. Let's get out the door. Let's go have some dinner. Let's sit at the bar if we have to, and then we'll go home. It's perfect. It's the fake date. It's not a real date. That doesn't count.
I don't think it's fake. I think it's a real date.
That doesn't count as a real date. That counts as going to dinner, but that's not a real date. But it's perfect.
Yeah.
And exactly the amount of like activation energy that we have like left in us at that point.
I actually thought this was going to be about like dates and date times. So I love that this had nothing to do with dates or calendars at all.
No.
It's,
not computers, talking about
interpersonal dating.
Yeah.
I love this idea.
Okay.
I might steal this idea. I still don't know if I consider it a fake date, but it's like a low threshold real date. It's like you're out of the house, no kids. Doesn't have to be kid friendly, although it sounds like the place probably is kid friendly. Maybe I don't know. Or is it? Okay, it's not. Oh, beautiful. That's definitely a real date. If you go somewhere and you have dinner at a place kids can't go, that's real.
Well, kids can go, but it's not kid friendly.
It's not. Know? Yeah, it's not like a kid joint. It's like
it's not a kid,
especially
joint.
For little kids. It sounds like it's not. You don't want to use the high chair at this place. If they have one there, it's going to be wild. Yeah. I like this idea because I actually think we used to be better about the dates back when our kids were little. Actually, like. I don't know, but then it's almost like it's more tiring now that they're bigger. Like Jamie gets really worn down by like the running them around places and driving, chauffeuring, and all the stuff that has to go on now. And like, so by the end of the day, everybody's just like kind of cooked. But this might be a low threshold way. Yes, like don't have to decide. Let's just pick a place we go every time or most times. Definitely no getting prettied up. Just get out the door, and we can just leave our kids.
See, that's great.
But we still don't do it.
For us, the benefit is we don't have to find a babysitter. We just keep the same person 1 hour extra.
Yeah.
That's easy. We don't have to like coordinate. Nobody's going to back out on us. But you can just go. You can just leave them.
One thing we have done more recently fairly often is the date lunch. Do you ever do the date lunch?
We don't do the date lunch.
So you have, I don't know, it sounds like maybe she leaves, but like if you have the nanny there at lunchtime, it's like you leave at lunchtime, you go to lunch at a restaurant, whatever. You still don't get like fancied up like a date, but you know,
it's lunch.
You just go and have a nice lunch. You sit there, you order a nice meal.
Sounds nice.
Midday, little break, little siesta in the middle of the day, kind of reset.
That sounds nice too.
Yeah, consider a date lunch. Maybe throw one of those in every couple weeks.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we could do that because I think the babies go to sleep at like 1, which is when the nanny leaves for her afternoon break. So we could easily do like an 11:30, 12.
Yeah, 11:30. Hop
goes
out.
home, puts the babies down, home free, baby.
Yeah, date lunch. Golden date lunch. Okay. I like this fake date idea. This is a good one.
It's a good idea, right?
Yeah, I like this. You gotta get out of the house. You
gotta get out of the house. Got to get out of the house. It's the no dress up, the no let's try a new restaurant, and the no babysitter. That's like, oh, yeah, I could do that right now. That's no problem. Let's go. Right. Do you want to try to get a reservation at the new place where you have to wear long pants? I'm like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired already, even just thinking about it. Yeah.
We kind of have a similar situation. We were just talking about this morning because our anniversary is coming up on Sunday.
Oh, and happy anniversary.
Yeah, but thank you. Are we going to do something big or not big? But nobody's in the mood really for the big dog and pony show. We just came back on vacation, which was exhausting. Our
Mm,
oldest son goes back to college on Thursday, so it's going to be this week is a lot of like prep and
yep.
packing, and then we got to drop him off, and so it's going to be a lot going on. So if it's going to be the we want to go out for a 3-hour meal kind of vibe, but maybe we'll
Hmm.
do some kind of variation on the fake date. Maybe a little low key, just whatever we got going on Sunday. We'll just pop over somewhere and grab a meal. Just get out of the house.
Consider the fake date. Although for an
Yeah.
anniversary, you might want to make sure that's kosher with the boss.
Uh,
But
yeah,
otherwise,
I think it will
consider
be.
the fake date.
If anything, I'm the one who's usually more into the like let's go out to a restaurant type of thing, and she
Wow.
is less on that tip in general. So yeah,
Jennifer
so I
and I
think
are
if I'm
both
okay with it.
brutally introverted and are like, you just want to stay at home tonight? Yes, 100%. But this is good. This is the right thing to do, is to go out.
You
And
know,
it's
in
good. It
Dallas,
feels good, you know?
it does feel good. It does feel good. You when you get out there, you're like, oh, this is good. Like
Yeah.
I'm happy to be out here. We can't pull this off here. I've tried to pull this off. I mean, I've done it once or twice. It's never really worked out. But you could probably pull it off in Dallas. Is the uh, chef who comes to your house and cooks?
Can you imagine?
Yeah, for like not for just date night, but for like anniversary or something. It's like they just show up, they cook a nice meal. You don't have to leave the house. If you got the little kids going, whatever, you try to put them away as much as you can. But like if you have to deal with them, you're there. Blah blah. So could be interesting.
Interesting.
I also feel like
Hmm.
the meal prep services, I want them to be I don't like the like national ones. They're always gross.
No,
But
they're gross.
I feel like there's a world where there's good local chefs who like here is 3 days of dinners and they're
So,
awesome.
two things.
Yeah.
First of all, when I get super rich before 40,
Right.
that's going to be one of the first things I'd
Oh,
spend
for
silly money on.
sure. Absolutely.
Just cook me good food that I should eat. That's all I
Personal
want.
chef.
That's all I
Yes.
want.
So good.
Second thing, when I was a younger man, still a young
Mhm.
man, I went on I think it was TaskRabbit at the time,
Okay.
and was like, I think I had a house. I was living with a couple other dudes. I was working from home. I didn't want to cook. I was eating Whataburger all day, every day. And so I went on TaskRabbit and was like, hey, I need somebody to come cook at my house.
Whoa, look at this
Doesn't
guy.
need to be a chef. Just
Okay.
like, I think I put in the ad, like, if you are a functioning adult, that's all I need. Like, you don't have to be a chef. If
Right.
you're,
I don't want to
you
pay
know,
for a chef.
no, if you're a
Just-
mom or a
yeah.
dad that cooks, that's great. And so I hired this woman to go grocery shopping, make a bunch of meals, and put them in the freezer for me. And it was
Wow.
awesome. It was
There you
great.
go.
And it cost like, a couple $100, groceries
Right.
included. It was awesome. If I did it again, I'd
Hmm.
probably want an actual chef. This was just
Right.
this was just some mom who came to my house and cooked for me.
But see, the actual chef makes it like 5 times more expensive is the problem though. So like
I know, but
if
I'm
you
gonna
just
be
get a
rich by
random
then.
person. Well, yeah, if you're rich,
Yeah,
that's different.
yeah.
But I'm saying even for now, like, hey, random
I
person
know.
who's good at cooking, but not, a professional chef. It's intriguing.
Another thing that I have hired for that you might not consider as hireable, and I sent this one out in the newsletter on Friday, is an organizer. You can just
Oh, that's a
hire an
thing.
organizer to come to your house, fix your pantry, fix
Yep.
your drawers, fix your closet. And they're like, all right, well, I'm going to go to Target and Container Store, and I'm going to get all this stuff, and I'll come back and I'll organize it, and then I'll show you how it works. It's like,
Dude,
that's easily the best couple $100 we've ever spent.
I've been trying to, it's now going to be a pitch. This is a pitch to one person, one listener of the show.
Okay,
Which
whose
is
anniversary is on Sunday.
That's right.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with this?
I see where you're going.
I've
Tread
been trying to get her-
lightly.
I've been trying to get her to do this forever because I'm like, she's super insanely organized. Our house is like, everything's organized. It's all tip top. And I'm like, but she wants to work, but doesn't necessarily want like job because she likes doing all the stuff she does with the kids and all that stuff. So always trying to balance those things. I'm like, this is perfect because like you could charge a lot of money for it.
Yes.
You like to do it. You can stop doing it or do more of it, like kind of randomly as you have time, right? So you can scale it up and down. So Jamie,
and
Aaron
it's
thinks it's a good idea.
highly valued.
Yes.
I told some friends about this, and one of my friends got this for his wife for like, it was either like a new baby present or just got promoted or there was some kind of occasion. And he was like, hey, I got you a full day with an organizer for our house. And she like freaking loved it. And so you come into this house and you're the hero. You're getting paid and you're the hero. Like,
And
it's
did
great.
he
Jamie,
hire
you
the
should do
same
it.
person you hired?
Yep. Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
Yep.
there's such a viral component to this where people are
Oh,
gonna be like, "Oh, we
100%.
hired this person and they revolutionized our back
Yes.
room that's full of
Yep.
crap, and we just never wanted to go in there, and they just went in there
Mhm.
and made all the hard decisions that we were too scared to make, and
Yep.
now it's perfect," you know?
And you're not emotionally connected to the junk. You get to walk in and
Exactly.
say, "Throw this away, put this in
Right.
these bins, and this goes upstairs." It's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess that's yeah, sure. Okay, that sounds good, Jamie.
Yeah.
Thank you for the help." Yeah.
That's what I think, and it's like you could charge a lot for it, so it's not like,
Mhm.
oh, just like it's like a real amount of money. You're the
Mhm.
hero. Yeah, and infinitely flexible.
And you'll
Alright.
like this. You can go and buy all the stuff on your credit card and bill it through so you get extra points.
Get the points. Oh, yeah, buying
Mhm.
or I mean, I wonder when you could even like, you should probably have a fee on top of that,
Probably. And they might
right?
have, and
Like,
I didn't notice because I was
you have
so
no
happy.
idea.
And
Right,
it was still
exactly.
so, like, reasonable. You consider all the stuff, you're spending $2,000 putting new tires on your car, and you don't notice a thing of difference, and you spend a
Exactly.
couple $100 on an organizer, and your life changes. It's great.
Yep, yep. Yeah, that's true. I mean, everything's so expensive now that yeah, exactly, like, tires on your car is, like, a big financial commitment now,
Freaking hate that.
and because every tire is 23 inches or whatever
It's
for some reason.
absurd.
Yeah, like, you could still be cheap and be
Mhm.
like, $500 and, like,
Yep.
somebody's life every day is impacted or whatever, and it's like,
Yep.
took you 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever.
Exactly.
Alright, I like where this is going.
So, if you're
We
looking
got the
for if you're looking for
recommendation.
a side hustle, Jamie and others included,
Yep.
and you're an organized person, I mean, honestly, if you've got kids in school and you're like just chilling from 9 to 2:30 every day and you're like, I would like to chill but also make some money, this is the kind of thing where it's like this moms, you got to get in to like a rich subset of moms over in like the
Yeah,
uppity area.
right.
Like we're not quite the ideal
Not all the way
client, but
there,
I'm
yeah.
still happy. I'm happy that they
Right.
provided me a service, but they got to move up market to like the rich big houses, and you could
Clean
clean
up.
up. Yes.
That's what I think. That's what I think, and, like yeah, I just think there's actually, like, actual opportunity in this space, People have more it's like all these, like, storage units are everywhere, like, people just
Oh,
have stuff and junk everywhere, and it's like, people wanna feel streamlined, they wanna feel lighter, there's, like, all this opportunity there, and then, yeah, like, that thing one of the things we thought would happen was when all the kids were in school and, like,
hmm
really in school, not, like, kindergarten school, but, like, hey, like, our youngest is in 7th grade, like, that's, like,
yep.
everybody is in school, right? They're big. And you think, "Oh, I got 9 to 3 every day." Like, you could get a job, you could do whatever, you could start your own thing. It's actually never true. Every week, somebody's home sick, there's
Yeah.
a school day off, like, there's all kinds of stuff that comes up all the time where it's not actually like that, it's totally open.
Sounds
So
perfect for a
again, yes,
flexible job.
right, exactly. So it's like something that's flexible where it's like, "Oh, I'm doing it a day a week or 2 days a week or every other week or
hmm
whatever." You can fit it in,
Not
yeah.
over Christmas break, not during the summer.
Right.
Like,
Yep. Yep. You're just not available certain times a year. That's fine. So we'll see. I'm trying to build another revenue, extra money stream here for
gotta
my
do it,
family
man.
here. Yeah.
Gotta do it.
All right. We'll go. We'll leave it at that. Thanks everybody for listening. Technical.com. All the stuff. Sponsor the show. We got another new sponsor for next month coming in, but
Oh,
sponsor the
heck yeah.
show. Check us out at Mostly Tech Pod on social media, blah, blah, blah. Podcast at gmail.com to write in. I will probably check that very soon. And soon I'll have a tool to check it, though not yet. And we will see you next week. Talk to you later.
See ya.